What is up? We are Coco Caramel.
What's up?
How y'all doing? It's been quite a few minutes.
It has.
It's been quite a few minutes
Yes.
that you guys have seen both of us, I think, on social media or a YouTube video from us. So we are basically gonna go over where we're at.
Right.
Where are we?
Right. Well, first things first, we're in Kampala, Uganda.
The UG, baby. Africa.
We
Hey.
made it.
We have finally made it.
Yes.
Like this what Merlot is
This
something
has
else.
been.
This shit. 2-3 years?
Yes.
Since before we sold the house. Like that's how long this plan was put in place and the steps to get here. So like good job.
Cheers. Can we cheers?
Cheers
this
with our
up?
coffees because
Yeah.
we're adults.
Yosh is taking a nap, so we get to shoot some.
We're trying to knock this out
Yeah.
because you know damn well he gonna be up as soon as we like get into it.
So y'all get this content, okay?
Right? Like appreciate it.
Yes.
Like appreciate
Like really.
the time it takes for us to get this shit out to you
Yeah.
guys. So we just kind of wanted to go over some things. It is officially 1 month, like
30 days.
time frame, everything. We
Yeah.
had just gotten to the hotel. No, we were knocked out by this time. The time
Yeah.
we're filming it, we were knocked out in the hotel.
Yeah.
So we legit have been on the continent, in the country for 30 days. So we're gonna go over some points.
Yep.
Just to hit them. First impressions of, we'll just say Uganda because understanding Africa as a continent, all the countries are different.
Right.
So our first impressions of Uganda. You wanna go?
Well, and we can't even really say Uganda. We can say really Entebbe and Kampala.
True.
Right. So
true.
kind of like the little
Okay.
piece of the eastern piece of Uganda.
Okay.
Just to put it there, right?
Alright, go.
Okay. So first impressions, we get off the plane and flying in here and landing in Entebbe was incredible. That's probably the most scenic airport I have ever flown into. Like you're flying over some water and then you see the land coming up and it's because we're flying in the morning, so the sunrise is just coming. It's gorgeous. Okay, that was my first impression of Uganda, Entebbe. Okay, it would change a little bit after we got off the plane because things got real. But my first impression was just like, holy cow, this is absolutely beautiful. And aside from getting through customs and all that fun stuff, that is a task in any country you go to. The warmth I immediately experienced from the people, the beauty of the area, the smell, not so much because it was a lot of smoke in the air, but we'll get into that a little bit more. That was my first impression.
First impression, mind you, we've been traveling for 2 days. So your girl, your family, I'm exhausted. Okay, Yosha's first plane trip, I'm exhausted. I'm not even gonna tell you the warmth of the people. Bruh, I don't know. Okay? I was fucking tired. I'm gonna be honest, I was tired. So they may have been nice, but I was tired, okay? And multiple people had commented on how tired we looked. So I know I wasn't giving off like, hey, come to visit. Let me, not at all. So I will say this, my first impression that registered in my head when we did get here was once we got through customs and we were driving to the taxi to get to the hotel, and it's just super green, and it immediately reminded me of Hawaii. No shit, no lie. Like we're coming from Houston, 110 degrees, hell on hell, heat. You can't breathe when you step out, you literally start melting. To out here in Uganda, and there's a cool breeze floating through, the car with the windows open and super green. So that is my first impression of Uganda, which was in Entebbe. Yeah, so YouTube versus reality. I think that is a big one because, like we said, we've been prepping for this bitch for years.
Yes.
Okay, so we have watched a lot of YouTube, not just on the country of Uganda, but Africa and the different countries as a whole. So I will say, being here a month, YouTube versus reality, they different. Okay, they are different and understanding. There wasn't a whole lot of content for Uganda, to be honest. There and understanding the difference between a expat's point of view and a local Ugandan point of view. There was a lot of, and there are a lot of great Ugandan YouTubers that we watched and did help us understand a little bit lay of the land and what to see. But for a expat's viewpoint, we didn't really find a lot. And I think that is very, very important because it makes it a little bit easier to relate to, and it would help the lines of YouTube and reality kind of mirror each other a little bit better.
If I make references, just so you have like something to reference against, that would be very, very, that's very valuable. My experience, YouTube versus what it feels like to me, my experience of it was radically different for me. One, because I hadn't done as much research on Uganda as I had in some of the other countries that we were planning on going to. So the YouTubers that I did watch were more of the guys that come into a city, have a great time, and then they're out. So that was kind of my reference point for Uganda, and most of it was based in Kampala. We spent our first week in Entebbe, which is radically different.
Very different.
Not in a bad way or anything like that, but just it's just different, right? It's basically city to think of like a countryside resort, chill type vibe.
Yeah.
And then you're going to the city where it's city. Everybody's got things to do. We got places to be, and people are.
There's city, and then there's Kampala. Okay.
That's facts, though. That's facts.
They
That's
different.
facts.
They
That's
different.
facts.
Yeah.
So that experience of getting to Kampala and then trying to just navigate around here, and we got excellent people that are helping us do this, and we'll speak about that in other videos, but nothing can quite prepare you for that. Perhaps maybe we'll make content that maybe will help you a little bit better, but unless you live in like Hong Kong and or cities that are that dense in population, it's extremely difficult to try to explain the difference, right? And I guess I'll just leave it at that for this point.
Last point. What you will see. This is pretty vague. What you will see. I guess the things you will see, you'll see obviously a lot of fruit stands, and I wouldn't say fruit stands because it's fruit, vegetables, it's just kind of a way of life. You're not gonna see, most people do their shopping. You know, we go to the shopping market or the supermarket, grocery stores. You can find all of that lining the streets and the roadways and all that kind of stuff. Definitely a lot more smoke. They do burn trash out here in certain areas. I think they can do it a little bit more than others. So it's definitely, there's always a layer of haze. I know Dez was experiencing some issues with just the breathing and issues like that.
Now don't think like plastic, like that type of burn smell.
No.
It's just
Smoke.
it's smoke.
It's smoke.
It's stuff burning.
Yeah. Busyness all over. That's just, again, no matter, you know, even if you're in the little pockets kind of outside of the main city, it still can get pretty busy. And it seems like a lot of places, at least from where we've been, again, we're talking from a month in, okay, and he's been out more than I have, of not a lot of sidewalks. So lots of driving, lots of bodabodas, motorcycles, moving on the road along with people walking. So it's basically you have the road, and the road is for the bodabodas, the cars, the taxis, and people walking. So it can get very, very busy. And when you talking, like, I can feel the AC out of someone's car when they drive past me. That's how close they are. Like, some of them can get close, and you just need to kind of get used to it. That's just the way of life. But yeah, I there's so many things. I think it just has to be a separate video of what you will actually see out here.
For me, what struck me after we get settled into a place is I love to walk. So I started walking the neighborhood, and I was amazed at the views around. There's some incredible views of the of Lake Victoria and some other smaller bodies of water, and then just the city itself. The neighborhood we live in is called Muyanga, and it's gorgeous. It's just absolutely the sun, water, just and the greenery here is, and there. Since we've been here, it's been through a dry spell, so they say it's not green right now, and I'm like, yo, it's very green. Okay, like it's green, and they're like, no, you don't know.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, cool. Definitely when you're outside of the city center, just exactly, people are very friendly. They're very curious, so people will look at you, not in an aggressive manner, but just curiosity, just kind of looking at you.
They'll look at him. They'll look at Yosh. Me, they just think I'm regular degular until I speak. So I can get away with a lot of stuff until I have to start talking, and then they're like, oh. You're not from here.
So that's been just walking around the neighborhood's just been absolutely incredible. I've loved every aspect of that. Some of the food, local dishes we've been able to try have been just
get that roulette.
are just brilliant. And we've only had, as I've been educated, restaurant Rolexes.
True that.
The street Rolexes, I've been informed, are just dramatically different. People that work in restaurants that have that, they're like, we go get the street food because we like it better.
Wow.
So just that kind of plug. But again, just the neighborhood's been super welcoming, beautiful. I've had just nothing but amazing experiences since I've been here thus far.
Yeah. So again, we're making it short and sweet. This is our 1 month update. We are obviously getting out to you guys a lot of content and putting it out here because we want you guys to experience us. If you know us personally, you know the journey we have been on and are on, so you can definitely understand and hopefully enjoy.
I'm Dez. She's.
Who am I?
Who are you?
Who am I to you?
Who are you?
Sida, Nasida, whatever you want to go with. Coco to the Coco Caramel, whatever you would like to, reference me as. Yeah, so that's basically it. We're dropping a lot more, and stay tuned, and hopefully you guys enjoy and want to explore. And that's all we got.
Yeah.
Deuces, y'all.
Deuces. So extra.
Oh no, it stopped.